always love hip-hop. Keep it flowing like a river, so I drip drop. Verses and bars, we eating dinner with the stars. Excuse me while I float away, my brain is on Mars. Cause it's the Big Kids Podcast with Chris Williams. Sit back, relax, like your spliff, we in the building.
Yo, this is Chris Williams, and welcome back to another episode of the Big Kids Podcast. And, got quite a few beefs that I need to air out this week. Which, you know, when I say that, it's nothing really that fucking serious, but I do still have a beef. I think I have a legitimate beef. So, last week, for the couple of people that listen to my podcast on YouTube, last week's video got pulled. Now, it got pulled because YouTube said that I was spreading election misinformation. Now, for anybody who listens to this podcast, I have never said that in 2020 there were some fraudulent things going on. I have never said that. I may have played clips of other people saying it, but I've personally never claimed that. I have never said that there was any rig, anything along those lines. So the fact that they banned my video last week and don't give me any explanation outside of you were spreading election misinformation, I'm calling bullshit. Because that is some bullshit. Listen, I'm over here trying to stay consistent every single week with my content. I'm trying to make sure every single week I have an episode or two to go up. Again, not getting crazy amount of views, but to succeed at any level in this, you have to be consistent. You have to continuously put things out. And while people do it faster than me, I do it every week. You know, I've talked about this before. I feel like at this time, I could call myself a podcaster. Am I a big podcaster? No. But I've done this enough times that I can say that I'm a goddamn podcaster. I put my time and effort into this, and I don't like to use the word unfair. What kind of bullshit is this? So you're taking my clips down when you have all of these right-wing conspiracy theory nut jobs that have full-blown conversations about how the election was stolen. But if I play their stuff gets their content gets to stay on, get hundreds of thousands of views, and mine gets pulled when I get 10, 15, 20, 25 views. Come on, that doesn't even sound right. Go to the source. Take their shit down. How are you taking mine down for covering what they're talking about? That's not fucking fair. Again, I don't like to use the word fair. And maybe this is why, honestly, I should reboot my my website. Again, I don't think I would get anywhere near the same amount of views for anything that I produce on my own website. But it wouldn't get pulled down. Listen, and again, guys, I have no problem if they give me a valid explanation with some examples for why they pulled it down, because then I could work around. Maybe I won't cover it that way, maybe I won't say it a certain way. I could work my way around that. But when you're saying that I was spreading misinformation when I clearly personally was not spreading information but playing other people spreading information, that's a problem. That's not right. But hey, what can you do? It's their platform. It's how they want to spend their time, resources, and money, coming after somebody that has 18 subscribers on YouTube, playing the ex-president, playing the people that stand up for him and apologize for him on a daily basis. It's okay. Fox News can exist. OAN can exist on YouTube. All these things can exist on YouTube, but the Big Kids Podcast, we're going to take your little funky 13, 14, 15 views that you had on this clip away. Come on. Come the fuck on. And I'm thinking, did somebody report me? Is that what happened? And again, what is this appeal process? This appeal process is a bunch of malarkey. It's a bunch of goddamn malarkey. I appeal, I'm asking for examples, and their response is, nah, we're not putting it back up there. Nah, you're just shit out of luck. And I'm talking to Rich the other day about this, and he's like, are you worried that if you go on YouTube and address this, they'll pull that video? If they pull it, they pull it. If they pull it, they pull it. And there ain't nothing I could do about that. Unless they're giving me certain examples of what I said. Not, oh, the community guidelines are this. I did not violate. Personally, I did not violate any of those community guidelines. So if you can't take a 20, 30-second segment and send it to me and be like, this is what we're talking about, then it is what it is. I don't know what the rules are. And apparently they don't know what the rules are. And that's fine. Listen, if they pull it down, they pull it. They gave me a warning and then told me if I get 3 strikes on my account, they'll completely delete my account. If that's how you guys feel, that's how you feel. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to figure out a way to keep it going. Whether it's using other streaming platforms or eventually having to really commit to having my own website because everyone's being soft. Everybody is getting their feelings hurt for things that I'm saying. Come on, man. Come on. I try to be as fair as I possibly can on this show. Naturally, everybody has a bias towards one thing or another, but I try to call the shit right down the goddamn middle. And I might not be perfect every single time. I might have crazy ass takes on certain topics and subjects sometimes, but I try to be very fair. I try to be fair to side A and side B. But listen, we gotta be fair too, YouTube. We gotta be fair too. If you're pulling down my shit, there should be some other people getting their shit pulled down too. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. And you do have the right to conduct yourselves however you want. Run your business however you want. Kick me off. Kick whoever else off. Do whatever you want. Strike my account. Give me warnings. Whatever the case may be. You are absolutely, positively in the right to make whatever choices you want. But the funny thing about when you're not even clear with people what the rules are, that's what invites someone else to come in and scoop up those people. Like, YouTube is great, Google is great, but that greatness doesn't make it so you guys have a total monopoly on this. There could become another stream. Like, look at TikTok. I don't really even want to use TikTok, but look at TikTok. I know they're stealing some of YouTube's views. I know Instagram is stealing some of YouTube's views. And the fact that you want to pull my stuff makes me start to think maybe I should try to figure out other places to put these videos out too. Because I'm trying to grow something. I'm trying to build something. And you guys taking down a 53-minute long video and then giving me no details for why you doing it besides saying that I violated the guidelines by spreading election misinformation, then that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And again, it might not hurt you guys. In fact, I know it's not going to hurt you guys if you struck down my account, got rid of my account. Business will still boom. Everything will be fine. But keep doing that shit to the wrong people, and people are going to go other places to produce their content, to try to gain an audience. Again, all I want is some details, YouTube. All I want from that 53 minutes is me saying what you guys are saying that I said. Show me where I called the 2020 election rigged. Please. Or anything else false that I may have said about the 2020 election. Or is it the Lincoln Project videos that I played on my episode? I'm pretty sure those are still up on the Lincoln Project's website or their channel. In fact, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look right now because I put them in a folder. Pretty sure I put them in a playlist. I mean, maybe not. No, I didn't. I'm talking shit. 1 second. No, because I gotta fucking prove a point here. The Lincoln Project CPAC. They're still up here. 439K, 449K. Come on. If that's the reason why you guys took down my videos, because I was playing those clips where Republicans were making election claims that weren't true, how the fuck is that? How the fuck are those videos still up? Absolutely insane, guys. And that brings me to the next thing I want to bitch and complain about today. We're at the top of the mountain right now, or we were with the whole YouTube thing. Now we're gonna start working our way down through the rest of the podcast. We're gonna get a little lighter as it goes. But like I said, I got some valid beef that I have with certain companies right now. And the next one up is fucking EA Sports and Madden. Now guys, listen. Every single year, Madden comes out. August, for the football community, for the gaming community, it's usually a big fucking deal. You know, that every time that it's football season, there's a certain smell in the air. God damn, big ass truck just drove by. There's a certain feeling in the air. There's a little bit of anxiety because you're either playing football and that whole situation, or your team's getting ready to play football and you never know exactly how good they're going to be, how bad they're going to be. But the one staple, the one thing that even people that really don't even play football games, they know about. It's the Madden release. It's the release of the ratings. Whose overall is this? Whose speed is that? Whose catching is this? Whose strength is that? Whose jumping is... Every single year, even if you don't play the game, there's a little bit of curiosity. Who's the best player in Madden? Where is so-and-so ranked amongst these players? So Madden dictates how a lot of people view the game of football, for better or worse. That's how it is. People play Madden, they see so-and-so's a 94 in Madden, they expect them to be a 94 on the field in real life, okay? That's how that works. But for the past, I don't even know, guys. I don't know, because I'm at the point where I was when I really started to get into NCAA, which was also an EA Sports game, but it was at the time way more in depth than Madden was. But there was a time around 2010, 2011 where I was just, really wasn't into fucking Madden like that anymore. It was getting super repetitive. Everything year to year was pretty much the same. They were even taking things out of the game, and I was just tired of it. I'm gonna go play NCAA. I'm gonna go do the dynasty mode. You can recruit players, you can create players and recruit them. You can recruit them as one position. They come in, you turn them to another position. There were just things that you could do. You can move conferences, accept bowl invites, or you get to choose from a couple different bowl invites. This is the one that you can get into, da-da-da-da-da. Heisman shit was going on, Blitnikoff, all these awards. It was just way more in depth, and I don't even think that they were really trying that hard. But anyway, so that brings me to the current Madden 23. Now, I told myself, you know what, fuck that, I'm not buying the game this year. or I'm not buying it until the shit goes on sale. I'm not giving these dudes $65+ of my money to play the same shit that's last year's game but updated rosters. Now, if you guys are listening to this and you're familiar with how the gaming world works right now in terms of being able to get a next-gen console, which is the Xbox S or X, whatever the hell it is, and the PlayStation 5. Now, you can get a new Xbox, but you can't get a new PlayStation right now. PlayStation is saying that their shortage will start to loosen up in 2024. Okay, guys, the game at that point would have been out for fucking 4 years. It came out 2020, right? Or was it 2020? It came out, was it 2020 or 2021? I want to say it was 2020 because that's when the pandemic and shit. Well, anyway, so at that point, it would have been out for 3 or 4 years. Now, my first beef with Madden, before I get into backtrack and get into what I think is wrong with the game, the past year or two, they would offer Madden. If you bought Madden for the PlayStation 4 but got a PlayStation 5, you could just transfer it over. You didn't have to buy a whole new Madden. It would just transfer over. Now, for it to transfer over, you got to buy the $100 version. You got to buy the $100 version instead of the normal $60 version. First off, that's bullshit. Because you know damn well majority of people do not have the new PlayStation right now. And it's bullshit because in a lot of ways, the game on the PlayStation 5 is way different than the game on PlayStation 4. At least from a visual standpoint. Gameplay looks fucking exactly the same, but at least it looks a little better. They got a couple more features that aren't in the PlayStation 4 one. But regardless of those couple features that they're trying to pawn off, I'll say, as new, aren't new fucking features. They're features from old Madden games that they're now bringing back. Okay? Field sense, fucking passer sense, whatever the fuck it is. It's a crock of shit. It's just names that they're putting on old things. But neither here nor there. It is the same game. Now, the cool part about Madden is the intro. The intro's got a little montage to John Madden. It's, you know, they're showing clips from old games. They're showing John Madden in those old games, which is cool. Now, if you're not going to really add anything to the game as a whole, why not make those games that you're playing in the background during the montage also available? Why not make Madden 2005 available? Why not make the first Madden game available? That can't be too hard to put into that big ass game in comparison to what Madden 1 was. But why don't you do these little things that as people who develop this game, which I assume makes you some sort of a fan of Madden and football, why won't you think of these things? You know what? Let's put a little mode in there. You can play the first Madden game. That really can't be that hard to put in that game. You know what? Let's bring back some of the highlights from the past 30 fucking years of Madden. Some game modes that might pique people's interest and bring them to the game. Where are the training camps? Where's the create a team? Why still to this day, when you do the expansion team shit on franchise mode, is it the same like 8 teams that you could pick from? They're not even adding teams. They're not even adding cities. They just continuously give us the same thing. Make a minor tweak or two that may or may not make the game better or buggy as hell. They try to make a tweak and either it's okay or it makes the game even shittier than it was before. Why don't they give us the little things, the attention to detail, to let us know that they're in it with us? To let us know in their free time, this is the game they gotta play too. There is no reason in this world why Madden 2003 should have more to it than Madden 2023. They used to have the radio broadcast and franchise mode. Like I said before, they had the training camp to help get specific players better. They used to have, guys, I'm bringing it way fucking back here to Madden 2006, Madden 2005, 4, all those ones. There used to be an interception button and a swap button. There is not both of those options anymore. They're both fucking triangle or Y. Top button to make a play on the ball because it's so animation based. It is these same animations year after year, and they might add 1 or 2 new ones in there. That is it. I'm playing Madden yesterday. Why does every single lineman look like melted ice cream? Not every single lineman looks like that. Some are just big guys. They're not fat. Why is every single... Listen, Garrett Bowles for the Denver Broncos. The dude is 6'5", 297 pounds he's listed at. He is not going to be a guy with a humongous ass gut. Looking like Billy Bob from Varsity Blues. His body type is not going to look like that. We can't even get that right. And yeah, I get it's on the PlayStation 4, but majority of your players are going to still be on the PlayStation 4. Why are you not giving that game some attention? You know everybody can't get hold of a PlayStation 5 right now. Or you can, but you're going to be paying $1.50. You're going to pay a marked up ass price for it. It's just madness. It makes me sad because for all the shit I was talking, I really truly believed that maybe they would surprise me. You know what? It's gonna come out. They're gonna surprise me. I buy the EA fucking pass yesterday, the $5.50 pass, because I was not going to pay all that money for a game that was the same as last year with updated roster and a couple things here and there that are different. Things that I don't give a fuck about. You brought in player motivation. Some players want to play for championship teams. Some teams want to play for money, or some players want to play for money. Other players want to make their decisions based on location. Guys, that's fucking Madden 2002. Don't try to act like that is something new. That should have always been in the game. There should have never been a season, a game, where that was not in the game. That is not a selling point. But anyway, I spend the $5.50, I'm playing the game, and I'm like, this is legit the same game. You might have to hit a stretch play at a little different angle, slightly. Guys, it's the same shit. And people that continue to make excuses for the game were not playing Madden back in the day. Or if they were, they completely forgot. And I advise you to go on Soft Drink TV on YouTube and watch his videos about how old Maddens compare to these Maddens. And we're talking not even from just a visual standpoint. We're talking about what was available in the game. So all you guys who continue to make excuses, listen, if you want to buy the game at full price every single year, that is your prerogative. That's no skin off my back. Good for you. But when people are pointing out what is wrong with the game and you're ready to go to war with them about it, that's the problem. You are so home team about it. Oh, since I pay for Madden, that must mean Madden's the greatest game in the world. That is not true. That is not the case. I love Donkey Kong 64. I can critique that game for days. Just because you love something doesn't mean that you can't critique it. Doesn't mean that you can't have some tough love for it. And Madden's one of those things that we all, every single one of us, nobody wants to have a fucked up bullshit ass football game, especially when there's only one that you can buy. Nobody wants that. We all want a good football game. But some of you guys are willing to take a lot less than people who have been playing the game for 20-something years, 30 years. I'm not willing to give $65 or more to Madden if you're going to give me the same thing every year with updated rosters. I will buy it when it's 50% off. I will feel comfortable paying $30 for that. I will feel comfortable paying $25, $30, $35 for that. Not $65, not $70, not the premium shit that they got that's like $130. I'm not paying for none of that. Y'all can kiss my ass. And everyone else needs to look at it this way too, because that's the only way we're going to get change out of them. If we keep buying it, if we keep making it one of the most bought games of the year every single year, what incentive do they have to make the game different? Zero, zilch, none. And until then, that's what we will continue to get. Mediocre, same shit year after year, and a bunch of people willing to defend it. Don't even want to point out the things that they know are wrong with it, but just will defend it till the grave. Shake my damn head. If John Madden knew what the fuck was going on, he'd be upset about it his damn self. Now, guys, I've been meaning for months, absolute fucking, it might have been a year. Let me see, is there a date on this? There is no date on this, but a while ago, I received a letter in my P.O. box. Because you live out here in the country, you know, sometimes it's hard for mailmen to get to you, so you fucking get a P.O. box. So one day I go there, and there's a letter. There's a fucking letter from a Steve Beaver. And I don't know how he got my information, because this letter has my name on it, has my address, my actual fucking address, not my P.O. box address, my actual fucking address on here. And he felt the need to write me a letter. And guys, this is a handwritten letter, like on a fucking piece of loose leaf paper, handwritten fucking letter. And I've never thrown it away because I thought it was super fucking creepy. I thought it was super fucking creepy, and I didn't want to throw it away just in case. You know, you never know living out here. I gotta have some evidence. But I'm gonna read this letter to you guys. And like I said, this is a serious fucking letter. Like this man took time out of his day to write me this, and I want to read it to you guys. Have you ever been blamed for something that wasn't your fault? How did it make you feel? One dictionary defines blame this way: to hold one guys, see, I can't fucking read, and this guy can't fucking write. One dictionary definition blames this way: to hold someone responsible at fault. So who should be to blame for the state of the world is in right now? We are dealing with a pandemic, natural disasters, violence and crime, even political corruption. Should we blame all of mankind? Maybe just politicians? How about God? Is God to blame? No, God is not to blame. Not is fucking underlined. And that's the main point for this letter. It's unfortunate, but many people blame God for what's happening in the world today. Listen to what God's word, the Bible, says about the topic. When under trial, let no one say, I am being tried by God. Who says that? Guys, who says that? For with evil things God cannot be tried. Not does he himself try anyone. The scriptures found in James 1:13, and since God cannot lie, we can trust it to be free. If you have any questions and want solid Bible-based answers, please visit our website at jw.org. It's free with no registration necessary. Have a great day. Let's see what the fuck this is. Guys, what the fuck was that? Like, this person took time to find out who lived at this address that I live at and write me a hand fucking letter. Isn't that kind of fucking creepy? I want to see what this is. jw.org. No, not JE. JW. And guys, this is like... I know I'm not the fucking strongest reader, but some of this shit, you could tell a dude wrote this. You could definitely tell a guy wrote this shit. Jehovah's Witness. Oh, God. Okay. Read the Bible online. Yeah. What the hell was this guy's name? Steve, brother? Nah, man. Not this time, brother. And like I said, it's been months, so thank you for not sending me another one of these. I appreciate you thinking about me and all, but I can't say I've ever had something bad happen, and my first thought was to blame God for it. So I don't know if I need to try to find salvation through your organization. Whatever helps you get through today, brother. Just please don't write me another letter. Please don't write me another letter, because you will be on this show anytime you write me a letter going forward. Jesus, guys. Let me look over this. No, God is not to blame, and that's the main point of this letter. To explain to me that God hasn't... What? Listen, guys, I'm the wrong fucking one, because I wake up every single day, even days where I gotta deal with bullshit, and I am very, very thankful for the life that I live. Could I have more shit? Of course I could have more shit. Do I want more shit? Of course I want more shit. But I am very content. I am very happy. I am very, very, very happy with the way that life has played out for me so far. I couldn't ask for more. Last week I had my employee evaluation, and my boss is apologizing to me for the pay. I wasn't complaining. I've been there for 6 years. I got a raise the first 2-3 months that I was there, and then I didn't get one again until this past January. I have never complained about the pay, not one time since I've been there. Why? Because no other job is going to encourage me to dress comfortable so I don't make the kids uncomfortable. No other job is going to give me the time and flexibility where if I have to do a podcast interview on Wednesday at 1 p.m. because that's when that person's available, that I can move things around and do Wednesday at 1 p.m. No other job is going to do these things. That is my life. With how little my job has been able to pay me, I have been able to buy a house. You feel me? So, like, yes, of course things could be better. Things could also be worse. And while I'm not religious, I believe in counting your blessings. I believe in recognizing what the fuck you got. And how people around you might not have these things, and really what's the difference between you and that person. A lot of times it's not much. We're talking about degrees of difference. We're talking about someone hitting the lottery versus not hitting the lottery. You know, so I don't blame God for anything. I think every single day that you get to wake up and your back feels good enough, your knees feel good enough, your shoulders feel good enough, your neck and head feel good enough, that's a fucking win. That is a win every single time. We're not saying great, we're talking about good enough. You're okay. Being okay, there is nothing wrong with that. Being okay is where you fall when, yes, of course you want better things. Yes, of course you want more in your life, but you understand life is life. That's being okay. Maybe I might not get that right now. Maybe I might not be able to do that right now. But life's life, and if I keep being able to wake up and go at it again the next day, maybe one day I can get that. Maybe one day I will reach there. Maybe one day at 30 years old, I'll be able to read better. Hey guys, I can read. Oh, want me to read it for you again? I'll read it for you again. But I'm telling you, this fucking handwriting is not the best. It is not the best. And I probably should have read this before I got on here because then I would have felt a little more comfortable. I still have that fucking anxiety, like, of reading out loud that I had back in, like, middle school and high school and shit, where you do, like, popcorn or you go around the circle and shit. I used to never, ever, ever pay attention to what the person in front of me was reading. I would always be reading what the next person up was going to have to read. So, like, I don't even know if it's my turn, but I gotta read a couple paragraphs ahead so I could work some of that shit out. Okay, no, that word probably doesn't say that, so it might say, yeah, okay, figured out that word, sounded that shit out, figured that out. Okay, yeah, I'm ready to go. Yeah. Give me them next 2 paragraphs. I'll read those because I've already read them shits 3 times, and I'm prepared. I've worked out any kinks that I might have. We're all good to go. So, yeah, guys, please don't think I can't read because I fucking chopped this choppy-ass letter up. But point being is, while I'm not a religious person, life could get better. But if it didn't, would I be okay? I think so. I truly believe so. And for the rest of my life, I had to live every single day how I've lived the past 6, 7, 8 fucking years of my life, I'd be okay. I would be okay. Now, when it's all said and done, would I have wished I'd done more? Yes, absolutely. I have goals. I have things I want to accomplish in life. I have places I want to go. I have things I want to see. But just knowing how other people have to live, I could be okay with how things have played out. So, blaming God for things, not happening over here. And I don't know how other people have lived their lives, but I've been given plenty of opportunities. Many have flashed before me that I didn't take. Some I have. And I've come to terms with that's just life. You know? That's life. You strive to get better, but you always have to keep in the back of your mind, man, shit could always not be as sweet as you have it. You might not even see it as sweet, but I guarantee you somebody else out there sees it as sweet. And that's just how I try to live. You take it day by day, you go through bullshit, you bitch about it, you complain about it. You know, I think everybody has every single right to be upset about something, to want to vent, to need to vent about something, and then you just keep it moving. Say your piece, keep it moving. And if you could keep somewhat of that balance, and again, guys, I'm no fucking messiah, I'm no fucking life coach. I guess I kind of am with my job, but I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, I'll tell you that much. I gotta figure out my own shit. It's hard to live 2 people's lives. It's hard to live one life, you know, but I just know, you know, but I just know that it doesn't need to be the way that it is. You're not entitled to the way that your life is right now. Good or bad, you're not entitled to it. So just keep fucking grinding. Try your best not to blame people for your failures. And if you are, because listen, sometimes it is someone else's fault. Just keep shit into perspective. You know? Yeah, they did X, Y, and Z to me, but maybe I should have done, you know, kind of like that. Because bad shit is going to happen. Fucked up people are going to come into your life. And while you might want to blame them 100% for it, nothing's 100%. Nothing's 100%. So just keep that in mind, guys, and let's talk about something cool next. Bling! In closing, guys, I just wanted to talk about fucking Pat McAfee. And for you guys that don't know who Pat McAfee is, he used to be a punter for the Colts. Now he's a I don't want to say talk show, radio host, podcast host, daily podcast. He is a WWE commentator, he's a comedian. He has his hands in a bunch of different things. And for the summer, I don't know how I got on it, but I've been watching a lot of the Pat McAfee show. And this is somebody that I could truly say that inspires me and makes me want to keep keeping on. Now, I wasn't even going to do a podcast episode today because I was so pissed off about the YouTube situation, but I'm sitting down here and I'm watching Pat McAfee, and I'm like, yo, this is a cool ass fucking dude, man. He just talks about things that he wants to talk about. He tries to be as respectful as he can about the topics, especially when he's talking about people that he may have on his show one day. You know, he has a way of being able to critique, but also see it from whoever he's critiquing's point of view. And that's how I try to be, you know? That's why that's how I try to go about things. You want to be fair. You don't just want to be dogging people out for the sake of fucking dogging them out. You don't want to say things that at a later time you're going to have trouble explaining. You know, so I very much look at Pat McAfee and how he has things structured as goals. You know, I want to be able, I don't even know who the hell these people are on his show, but I'm assuming they're people who he grew up with, lifelong friends, and they run a dope ass podcast every single day where they're interviewing some very important people. And while I may never hit the Pat McAfee level of things, I have no problem being bootleg Pat McAfee. Instead of talking to NFL dudes, I'm talking to people that are playing in other professional leagues. I'm talking to people that, okay, they don't own an NFL team, but they own a business. They do this, they do that. And everybody that comes on feels comfortable with Pat. That's what I try to aim for on this show. So I just wanted to come on here and just share with you guys that Pat McAfee is a dope-ass dude, and if you are even somewhat interested in sports, it's worth watching because he brings entertainment to it. He makes you interested in things that you wouldn't have given a fuck about. I don't care about MLB. I don't care about NHL. I don't care about this shit, but he makes it interesting, and he makes me look into it because I'm interested about what he's talking about. Interested in what he's talking about. There we go. Work that one out. But you know, and that's what I try to do. I try to bring you guys things that I'm interested in the hope that you're like, you know what, fuck it. You know, I might not be totally interested in this in terms of I'm going to go out and do it, but shit, Google's not hard. Let me type this into Google real quick. That's always been my goal with this. So when people are telling me, hey, Chris, you should really focus on one topic, I'm never going to do that. I might have a show focus on that topic, but I have too much shit going on in my brain. I got too many ideas and thoughts that I'm going to come on here once a week for an hour, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, and stick to one specific topic every single week. Like I said, a week could be like that. But I can't commit to just talking about one thing all the goddamn time. Way too much going on in the world. I have way too many interests to do that. So yeah, guys, Pat McAfee, this motherfucker right here made me interested in wanting to see what the fuck's going on with WWE. Now, I work with a kid who fucking loves WWE, so I'll watch it with him because he's interested in it, and I like to support and be able to talk to the kids about things that they're interested in because it's not about me. I'm a grown-ass man. These kids are trying to figure things out, and if they're interested in WWE, I think you engage them, especially when they're trying to make content covering WWE. You engage them, you encourage them, you support them however you can, and to do that, you gotta have some sort of an idea of what the fuck they're talking about. And Pat has made that transition to being like, you know what, this kid I'm working with likes WWE. Maybe it's not as bad as I originally thought. Now, guys, it's pretty fucking bad. It's like watching porn actors and actresses do the little acting they do before the fucking. The acting's bad like that, but it is entertaining. I'm fucking laughing because the shit is, like I said, it's like a bad porno. I'm fucking in tears about the acting, and these people really are out there getting fucked up. Now, I'm not talking about they're getting their heads stepped on and fucking shoulder ripped off, and none of that shit's happening. That's all fucking fake. But when a motherfucker jumps from the top rope onto the ground, that's real. there's real consequences and repercussions to that. You get fucked up. And yeah, they got the little padding and all that. But again, whoever's listening to this has to be relative to my age. Imagine being 25 to 35 and jumping 15 fucking feet and landing on the ground. Tell me how you feel. Imagine doing that shit. So it's like watching a bad porno and Jackass combined. The stories are always super fucking predictable, which is hilarious. Fucking hilarious. But again, Pat made it entertaining to me. Pat made it so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go check this shit out. Now, I've said it before, if you're a grown-ass man and you really truly believe what's going on is real, okay, we probably should be having another discussion. But if you're there just for fucking entertainment and you're not gonna be upset or mad with however the fuck it plays out and you're just there to be there for the experience, then whatever. It's the grown-ass men that put their lives on hold. No, I got WWE. This shit ain't real, guys. You can literally rewatch this on TV the next day and it's not gonna fucking matter. Why? Because it's not real. It's not like you missed the UFC event. It's not like you missed the NFL game. It's like you missed a fucking play. It's like you missed a movie. You could go back and watch that shit. But for what it's worth, guys, I haven't fucking watched wrestling or none of that shit since I was 11 years old. It's been almost 20 fucking years. But because of Pat, because of this kid that I'm working with, who is very passionate about it and is making content for it on his YouTube page, it's brought a different light to the I don't want to even call it a sport, the performances. It's brought a different light to it, and I'm not too upset with it. I know I was ragging on it for a while. I know that I had some choice words for people that enjoyed it, but I get it now. It's the same with, I talk to you guys about this all the time, a hobby. I never understood what the fuck the point of a hobby was, but that's because I was playing football all the time. I had my hobby at the time. It was already chosen for me. I didn't even have to think about it. But as you get older, you got to think about things that you're interested in. And they're probably not going to be the same things that you were interested in when you were fucking 20 years old, when you were 15 years old. Chances are it's going to change a little bit. You know? So I would say as of right now, I don't want to call wrestling a hobby because it's not a fucking hobby. It's not. But it is entertaining. I'll give it that. It's something that I do that is entertaining. Like watching Slap Fight Championship to me is not a hobby of mine. I think it's entertaining. Watching UFC, I would say that's a hobby of mine. I'm not missing it. And because I'm not missing UFC events, I try my best not to miss other promotions events too. So I would say that's a bit of a fucking hobby. And hey, you need them the older that you get, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to again, I'm sure Pat is not ever gonna fucking hear this, but Pat is the one that encouraged me, without him even knowing it, to hop my ass on here and get this podcast recorded today, because he does it day after day and he has a good time doing it. Why? Because it's something that he very easily could not be doing. He could be working a real fucking job where you gotta put a fucking shirt and tie on every day, and your balls are gonna be sweating because you got some uncomfortable ass pants on, and this, that, and the third. But he doesn't have to do that. He gets to do this. He gets to fucking wear his black beater every single fucking day and talk shit and have a good time and have great conversations with interesting people, and he knows he's living the fucking dream. You know? And if I gotta live a lesser version of that dream, so be it. We can't all be Pat McAfee, but we can all be us. And we can all make the best out of any situation that we're fucking in. And that's the energy I get from Pat. And I'm glad that I tuned into his show today, because I really, truly was not about to do this podcast today. I was fucking being butthurt about my podcast being pulled. I was being fucking... Again, who would that have hurt if I didn't put out an episode this week? It would have hurt YouTube? No. It would have hurt me. It would have hurt my fucking dependability. Me saying new episode every Thursday and not even being able to come on here and do a fucking 15, 20, 30-minute episode just to put out, just to let everybody know where my fucking head's at. If I can't do that, then what? That's not going to hurt anybody but me. It's like my dad used to tell me when you'd be in school and you want to blame your fucking teacher for the reason why you got a bad grade in the class or got a bad grade on the test. And my dad would look at me and say, listen, your teacher doesn't need you. You better figure out how to communicate with her, him, whoever it may have been, because she doesn't need you. She has a college degree. She has a job. She's getting a paycheck. You're not getting any of those things right now. And it's the truth. It is the goddamn truth. YouTube does not need me. I need YouTube more than YouTube needs me. That is without fucking question. So for me to throw a hissy fit and mess up my schedule when every other platform kept the podcast up there, you know, again, be upset, bitch about it, complain about it, keep it moving. That's all you can do in this world. You have every right to bitch, complain, but keep it moving when it's all said and done. And guys, with that said, I'm going to get out of here. But first, be safe, be easy, and wash your ass. I'll catch you next week. Peace.